What is good, everybody? Decided to come in here, make another quick video as far as like troubleshooting and just overall some stuff that I'm doing today. That way you can kind of see what I got going on over here. Hope everybody is having a great day and yeah, happy gaming, all that stuff. Uh, so I was working with xemu, the emulator, and I noticed a few things. So first off, this is a very like low end laptop, i5 3050 RTX. Nothing, not a really big, as far as power, it's not really giving you a lot, and it's a laptop, so it's limited. You know what I mean? Uh, so as far as that, I already went into this knowing that I was going to be limited. So I wanted to see if I could fix some of the issues that I heard that were going on as far as overheating and just compatibility. And then there was like a certain error code that a lot of people were getting. Um, so with that being said, one of the things that I was able to do for the temps, as far as the temperatures, is the first thing is when your charger is plugged in, it's gonna overheat. I'm not overheat, but the temps are gonna rise because that's just how most of the computers are designed. Gaming laptops, they have this. It's kind of like a turbo, and basically when you plug your power cord in, it automatically tells your laptop to initiate this thing, even though you probably don't need it, and it's probably not going to really give you much of a difference as far as like the FPS and all that stuff. um and sometimes it's not really worth it as far as the heat transfer, because you're going to get a bunch of heat from that and you're not really getting a lot of performance out of it, because certain emulators and things like that are not really optimized. And all of the stuff that I'm pretty much going over are going to be for emulators and things that are not fully optimized, because you can run a game off of Steam that is like meant to be played off of Windows or gaming laptop or computer or whatever, and it's gonna run really well. Like Red Dead 2, you can easily get 100 FPS and keep the temps relatively low, like 60, 60, between 60 and 70 degrees Celsius, which is really good as far as gaming, with a laptop, because the temps get pretty crazy. So with that being said, what was the one of the things I was able to do was I was able to change the power plan. So you're gonna want to hold on one second. So when you're in you can just basically go to your search bar and type in edit power plan or power plan, and then it's gonna give you this little screen, and then you just go to change advanced power options, and you're going to go to the processor power management, and then it's going to be a processor performance boost mode right here. And the way that you actually initiate that or get this selection available for you, it's kind of not tricky, but you have to go into a certain folder, and you're going to be able to you have to change the settings. And there's a tutorial on how to do that. They explain a little bit better than I do, but I'll probably link it. That way you can go and just do that from there. But you can change that. What you're going to want to do is basically choose this, and then when your processor performance boost is always going to turn on when you plug in your laptop. So you're going to want to disable that, and then when you disable that, it's going to not raise the temps as much. Like for example, as you can see, right now we're at 46 degrees and 38 degrees Celsius on the GPU. And it's utilizing a decent amount of the GPU and CPU still. It's not like a bunch, because it usually uses a lot more of the CPU, but it's still plugged in. And then on top of that, what I was kind of tinkering with stuff here and there, but I was getting like the FPS wasn't really stable, and it was kind of dropping here and there. So what I did was I went to features, user scenario, and then what you're going to do is click on this little cogwheel, or if you have a different laptop, you want to go into the performance, edit your performance. And then what I did was I noticed that the clock core offset and VRAM offset, I noticed that it was not really changing much. It does if you change the resolution. and you want to up the resolution and still keep relatively stable FPS, you can raise these, but I just didn't really see a big difference with them being raised. But the one thing is that the second fan wasn't really turning on because the temps were relatively low. So what you can do is you can just raise this first little circle, and then it'll go ahead and engage the second fan so that you can keep the system on the GPU side relatively cool. So you can see right here, it's at 2400 RPMs. So I was able to do that, and then you want to switch everything that you possibly can to performance, high performance, and then even go to your graphics settings, and then set the xemu emulate app at high performance, on the actual graphics settings itself. And then you should be able to run the game relatively well. There was this other, so what I'm getting to now is the error code that I got. So when I beat this one level, or it was like it happened twice already. So and you'll see there's flickering because, like I said, this thing is not optimized. So I got this error code that basically it'll pop up and it'll say that your Visual C++, it was having problems, like segmented problems or something, some issue like that. And I know that both of my Visual C++ are up to date, and my driver, everything's up to date because I know I just recently updated everything. So what I ended up doing is you want to go to the settings of the actual emulator, and then you're going to want to go to the system, and then down here on your EEPROM, you're going to want to click on the EEPROM, and then it's going to pull up a file that's going to have the EEPROM there, and you just click on the EEPROM and then click on pretty much apply, or and then it's going to have you restart. It's going to say restart, and then you restart, and then it should pretty much fix that error code. And then also, if the error code pops up or is persistent, they're going to give you 3 options, and then you could just push the ignore option. Do not push retry, and do not push I believe like okay or something, or initial or something about do not choose the other 2 options. Just to choose the last one, which is ignore. And then, because if you choose retry, it's going to like, I was playing this game and then it tried to retry, and it just crashed the whole thing, and it corrupted my entire save file. So I wasn't, so, and I got kind of far, so it was kind of a bummer. So yeah, there's that. So you can get xemu to run relatively well and keep the temps relatively low with this type of setting. It also works for RPCSS3. And yeah, I would recommend when they optimize these a little bit better, that you can turn on your boost or whatever. You can just enable it. But you really don't need it, and it's going to affect the overall quality of your laptop. And like I said, look, the game runs really well. You know, if you have a higher end laptop, yeah, you can pull more out of it. But this is like a setup for low end laptop settings, and people that just want to play these games and not have them at the full settings, and they just want to be able to play these and not have their fans throttling and basically feel like they're about to melt their gaming laptop by just trying to enjoy some of these old games. You know what I mean? So with that being said, if you have any questions or anything, go ahead and you can message me, leave me a comment. I'll try to help. If there's something that I missed or something that you have like a question about, you go ahead and leave me a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer it. But with that being said, this is for the xemu emulator. It does the work for the RPCSS3 as far as the temps, because it kept them really low. And I was playing Family Guy, and it played really well. You could probably even up the graphic resolution on that one, because it's optimized a little better than this one. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a great day, and hope this was relatively informative, because I know that I'm not that great with tutorials or anything. I'm just trying to give you guys some of the information that I have and some of the stuff that I'm going through as far as these emulators. I have another one for Dolphin that I'm gonna go over, and then yeah, I'll just keep on I guess bringing videos out the best possible ways that I can without I guess taking too long of a break, because I really want to just keep pumping videos out and just keep get this info out there. And yeah, other than that, take care and I'll catch you later. Peace.